The Healthy Wolf. The Healthy Wolf, written by David Bedford, illustrated by Mandy Stanley, published by the Little Tiger Press. Wilfred was a greedy young wolf who liked all the wrong foods. Tangy, crunchy, smoky bacon potato chips, sweet, chewy chocolate bars, all washed down with lots of sugary, fizzy pop. Yum. But there was one very naughty food that Wilfred wanted to eat more than anything. Juicy, tasty, children. But he never did. After years of eating chips and chocolate bars, Wilfred was very unhealthy and much too slow to catch any. Tee-hee! I think the kids are all laughing at him. As the years went by, Wilfred grew more and more unhealthy. It got so bad that his teeth were too rotten to chew anything. By the time he was 10, the only food he could eat was icky, sticky porridge. Yuck! Then one day, his diet changed forever. The brown bread family all thought Wilfred looked hilarious when they first met him. "Look at that silly old wolf with porridge on his chin," laughed Sarah. "He couldn't scare a flea." But Mrs. Brownbread felt a bit sorry for him. "Don't laugh," she said. "Let's take him home with us and make him better." Fortunately, Mr. Brownbread was a dentist, so Wilfred got his teeth fixed for free. Unfortunately, they were all rotten and needed pulling out. Then he gave Wilfred new fangs made out of hard plastic. "From now on, you must brush your teeth 3 times a day and eat plenty of fresh fruit." "Look at me, I'm full of fruit," said Mr. Brownbread. "Yummy, yummy." "Then you must be very good for my teeth," said Wilfred, as he lunged to gobble up Mr. Brownbread. Snap, 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 but Mr. Brownbread was too quick. He was up an apple tree raining apples down on Wilfred before he could so much as sniff at him. Next, Wilfred went to see Mrs. Brownbread. As a doctor, she was horrified when she saw what he'd been eating all these years. "You are extremely unhealthy, and from now on you must only eat good foods, like me. I'm full of good foods." "Okay then," said Wilfred, "if that's what the doctor has ordered," and he lunged to gobble up Mrs. Brownbread. Snap, snap. But Mrs. Brownbread was too quick. She hid in a closet before he could take one bite. Upstairs, Sarah was getting ready to go running. "Would you like to come running with me?" asked Sarah. "If you run every day, you'll soon be fit and healthy, like the rest of us." "No thanks," said Wilfred. "I am not allowed fast food." "So, you'd better stay right where you are." And he lunged straight for her. Snap, snap, snap. Unfortunately, she was very good at running. "You're even sillier than you look," she laughed. Wilfred was fed up that everyone else was too quick for him. He was determined to catch them. Every day for a whole week he ate apples for breakfast, bananas for lunch, and soup for dinner, yum. After each meal he brushed his fangs until the sharp points sparkled. And every day he went out running with Sarah. Each day he got nearer and nearer and nearer until he ran right past her. Hooray! He had so much fun that week that he'd forgotten all about eating her and just wanted to beat her. 3 cheers for Wilfred, the healthy wolf. Yeah. Noah's Magic Shoes, a story from Genesis Women's Shelter, retold and illustrated by Janie Bynum. Noah loved playing on the playground. After school, he was determined to do the slide trick. A 5th grader walked down a big slide. Noah started down another one. Then, whoosh, he slipped and landed, splat, in the mud. One girl pointed. 2 boys laughed. Noah turned 3 shades of red. "Not funny," Noah yelled as he headed home. "Hey, Noah," Mr. Tibbets called over the hedge. Noah didn't hear him. "What's up, Noah?" Kylie shouted over her music. Noah walked on. "Noah, how's my favorite young man?" Granny Fratelli sang. But Noah could only hear the laughter of his friends and classmates still echoing in his head. Noah didn't even stop for a snack in the kitchen. He stomped straight up to his room and flopped on his bed. "Sydney, you'll never believe my day. I couldn't do any tricks on the playground, and these old shoes made me fall in the mud." The next day it rained, and rained, so Noah and his classmates played board games inside. For once, Noah didn't mind missing outdoor recess. After school, instead of playing on the playground, Noah squished all the way home. He bounded upstairs to feed Fred and found a mysterious package on his bed. "It's not even my birthday," thought Noah. Rip! Off came the paper and off came the box lid. Noah Malone was staring at the most incredible shoes on the planet. They looked so perfect and smelled so new that he wouldn't even put them on. That night, Noah found a special place for his new shoes. The next morning, Noah jumped out of bed, got ready for school, and laced up his brand new shoes. Magically, Noah felt 6 inches taller. That day, after school, Noah didn't wait for the slide-walking 5th grader. He climbed the tallest slides ladder, stepped out, and squitch, squeak, squitch. Noah walked down that slide. Then something strange happened. Noah's toes tingled, his feet fidgeted, and suddenly, squeak, squitch, squeak, Noah was doing something no one at Parkwood Elementary had ever done before. He was walking up the slide backwards. Squitch. One girl pointed. 2 boys laughed. Noah turned 3 shades of proud. "Wowie kazowie," Noah yelled. "These shoes are magic." And he leapt the seesaw in a single bound. Boing. On his way home, Noah spied Granny Fratelli lugging her groceries. "Let me help you with those," Noah called out. Swoosh! Granny Fratelli giggled all the way home. Noah caught up to Kylie, who was walking 5 dogs. "Need some help?" Noah asked. Zoom! Kylie grabbed a quick espresso while Noah circled the block 3 times in 6 minutes flat. As Noah turned the corner on his street, he saw Mr. Tibbetts trying to mow his big lawn with a push mower. "You look like you could use some help," Noah offered. Zippity snip snip, Mr. Tibbetts sat down for a much-needed rest. Finally, Noah arrived home, a little exhausted and extremely happy. "Sydney, you'll never believe my day. It went like this. Squeak, squelch, squeak. Wow, ooh, cool. Boing, swoosh, zoom, zippity snip snip. Today was absolutely magic." And from that day on, Noah's world always included a little bit of magic. At Genesis, we believe that each child is born with the perfect measure of magic. We applaud those who help children realize that they can accomplish anything when they embrace the magic that is theirs. So in today's stories, we talked about Wilfred the Healthy Wolf and Noah's magic shoes. So here are some websites that you can log on to with your child to discuss some ways to get creatively moving and to talk about healthy foods and things that we should be putting into our bodies to make sure that we can stay active and healthy all summer long.